It's time for Mark Carter's Perfect Pair.
Okay, so our perfect pair today are Julia Dodds and her son Richard. They do a lot of work for the Chase Hospice, a bit of volunteering between the two of them, and indeed it sounds like the whole family pretty much involved in one way or another. But how well do they know each other? So we've got 3 questions for you. These are questions going to Richard about your mum Julia. So let's see how well you know your mum, and there are multiple choice answers you'll be pleased to hear. So you have to choose one of 4 answers for each question. Question number 1, here we go.
Question 1.
Julia fancies a nice night in front of the TV, but what does she choose to watch? So your mum, would she watch A, her favourite soap, B, a cooking show, C, a reality-based show, or D, something completely different? What would be your mum's idea of a nice night in front of the TV?
Probably something completely different.
Something completely different. Oh, okay, so you're going for option D. Any idea what that would be?
Something like The Apprentice or something along those lines.
I'll tell you what, I suppose Apprentice bends our TV expert. I'd say Apprentice sort of reality-based. So we'll put C/D for that. We're going to put that for number 1. Okay.
Question 2.
Question number 2. Julia decides to get a new haircut just for a change of look. The finished result is awful, but she likes it. What do you do? Now this is an interesting one because it's about honesty here. Do you tell her immediately that it's not the best cut, it's fairly hideous, and risk the rot that may ensue as a result of that? Do you B, lie and say it looks lovely? Do you C, say she would never get a new haircut and stick to what she likes in the first place, so you'd never be in the situation? Or D, to be honest, you wouldn't notice if she did change her hair?
Probably A.
So A, you would be honest, and you would say how hideous the new haircut looks. Okay. So is this how the mother-son relationship thrives? A bit of honesty. Okay. Question number 3. A next-door neighbour asks your mum to look after their plants while they're away for a fortnight and leaves very precise instructions about feeding and watering. Would your mum be very disciplined about it and water and feed them every day? Option B, be relatively good about it, perhaps not sticking to the instructions, but at least keeping them alive. C, totally forget until a few days before they return and rush round, desperately trying to perk the plants up. Or C, she's not on those sort of terms with her neighbours in the first place, so the issue would never arise. A, B, C or D, what would you go for there?
Probably option B.
Option B.
Yeah.
She would be fairly good about it, perhaps not sticking to those instructions, but the plants wouldn't be dead as a result.
No,
okay.
I'm sure they wouldn't die. She's pretty good at gardening. So.
Well, she's good at gardening and she's good at volunteering, and she should be okay with this. Okay, so we've got our 3 answers. What we will do now at 9:20 is pause for some weather and travel. We'll come back the other side of that and see just whether or not mother and son are the perfect pair.
Time for Mark Carter's Perfect Pair. Remind us, who are our perfect pair today?
Our perfect pairs today, Julia Dawes and her son Richard from Godalming. They've been volunteering with the Chase Hospice for many years, particularly Julia. And Julia, I want to ask you this. Apparently, some of the things you've done in the past to help raise money, dressing up in Wild West gear, and also driving a snazzy little Mini. Tell me about the Wild West gear, first of all. What did you do there?
It was an event up in London, an event up there, dressed up in their Wild West gear, selling money for a pretend casino.
Excellent, okay. And so, any idea how much you've raised over the time? I suppose it's quite difficult to put a figure on it.
Yes, just endless amount. Some events raise lots of money and others is a small amount, but it's all about the publicity.
Absolutely, yeah, totally. It's a mix of the awareness and the fundraising as well. Right, look, we asked your son here 3 questions about you, primarily, and we're going to see now whether you're in tune with each other, whether you really are the perfect pair. So, first of all, the question that we asked here, number 1, Julia fancies a nice night in front of the TV. What does she choose to watch? Now, you've got multiple choice options here. So you have the choice of A, your favourite soap, B, a cooking show, C, a reality show, or D, something completely different. Any ideas? Now, you can't look at him for the answer. It doesn't work like that. What would it be? Would it be A, B, C, or D? So a cooking show, a favourite soap, a reality show, or something completely different?
A reality show.
A reality show is the right answer, because he says in particular The Apprentice was a real favourite of yours.
Yes.
You were hooked on it like I was as well. Okay, so well, congratulations. Good start, 1 out of 1. As we go to question number 2, and you decide, Julia, to get a new haircut just for a change of look. The finished result is awful, but you quite like it. What, though, does your son here choose to do? Does he tell you immediately that it's fairly hideous and risk the wrath that may ensue? Does he lie and say it looks lovely? You would never get a new haircut and you stick with what you like? Or, to be honest, he wouldn't notice if you had to change of hair in the first place? A. So honesty is the best policy. Absolutely right. 2 out of 2. You see, I don't think I'd be brave enough in my mum to tell her that, to be honest. So there you go. And finally, we could go for 3 out of 3 here. A next-door neighbour asked you, Julia, to look after their plants while they're away for a fortnight and leaves very precise instructions about feeding and watering. Now, would you, A, be very disciplined about it and water and feed them every single day, B, be relatively good about it, perhaps not sticking to the instructions but keeping them alive, C, forget totally until a couple of days before they return and rush round, desperately trying to perk the plants up, or C, it's not the sort of terms you want with your neighbours in the first place. So A, B, C or D to that?
A.
You see, he went for B, relatively good about it, not necessarily sticking to the instructions. But look, 2 out of 3 is pretty good going, and you clearly have a close relationship, and you do a lot of great work as well for Chase, and long may it continue. Any ideas for future efforts? Have you got any specific plans for fundraising, or just see how it goes?
We've got several events coming up. I think we're serving teas and coffees at a few of the open gardens, aren't we? And I don't know, there's always lots of events they're calling upon us to help with. Okay, and we must ask you before you go this morning, Richard, summer holidays beckoning. Any plans for the summer holidays?
Lots of work.
Lots of work?
Yeah, get some money for the university when I go back.
Okay, so no nice long sort of holiday doing nothing?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, well good luck with the studies and good luck to both of you as well with the volunteers. Thank you so much for coming in to see us.
Thank you.
Thank you.